Math Genie.
In this video, I'll be explaining how to solve more complex card problems. Let's look at the question. What is the probability that the top two cards in a shuffle deck are consecutive cards of the same suit? The ace can be high or low. Let's first analyze this question. So it's talking about the probability that the top two cards in a shuffle deck, which has a total of 52 cards in total, are consecutive cards of the same suit. Remember that suit, there are a total of 4 suits. You have spades, clubs, hearts, and diamonds. And there are 13 cards per suit. 13 cards per suit. These are some basic knowledge that you must already have before solving any card problems. And if you cannot remember this or have not watched my basic card problem video yet, be sure to check that out, and I'll be linking that down in the description box below. Alright, so that's basically what the question is asking you, right? And what might actually confuse you, maybe this phrase in the parentheses here. The ace can be high or low. What is this saying? So it's basically, so the question itself is asking for the consecutive cards of the same suit, right? Remember that there are 13 cards per suit. You have an ace at the beginning, and then you have 2 through 10. Those are the regular number of cards, and then you have jack, queen, and king, which are your face cards, right? So there's one ace, you have total of 9 number cards, and then you have 3 face cards. What it means by the ace can be high or low, ace can also come back here. Why? Because after king, what comes after king? Ace comes after king. You go back to the beginning and repeat the whole consecutive set of numbers, right? So what it's telling you here is that ace can be high or low. It's talking about the ace can also be next to number 2, and ace can also be next to the face card, king. So that's basically what the question is telling you, what the question is telling you in the parentheses. So don't get confused by it. That's just what it means. Kind of basic thinking that you should already have there. So always remember that when you say an ace can be high or low, they're just basically telling you that ace can be next to the number 2, or ace can come after king, because you repeat or you start over the whole consecutive set of numbers by going back to ace. Alright? So this is a fairly easy problem. The only reason why it may seem pretty complex is because of the parentheses, the statement in the parentheses, and because sometimes students might confuse this question and analyze it a little bit in a wrong way. So I'll be going ahead and telling you how to correctly solve this problem without getting confused. Alright, so basically, top 2 cards of a shuffle deck. What is that referring to? Number 1 and number 2 cards out of the total 52 cards. Alright, they have to be consecutive in the same suit, meaning that they're either from clubs, spades, diamonds, or heart. Not from diamonds and spades, right? They have to come from the same suit. So what is the probability of pulling the first card? It can be any card, right? So you'll be choosing any of the 52 cards out of the 52 cards you have in total. It doesn't matter if you pull a spade, or it doesn't matter if you pull a diamond, because what's going to matter is what this is going to be basically telling you. Whatever card you pull in the first pull is going to determine what to pull in the second pull. Well, what are you left with? You're left with 51 card after pulling the first one, because you're not going to be replacing these set of cards. Well, how many cards do you have left to choose from? Well, let's for example say you choose basically number 4, right? Diamonds. You can either pull a number 3 or a number 5, because 4 is consecutive to number 3 or to number 5. It doesn't matter if you pull a 3, or it doesn't matter if you pull a 5. So you have 2 different choices to choose from, right? So you're going to be choosing 2 there, not 1. And let's say, for instance, you pull an ace of spades, right? You can either pull a king, or you can pull a number 2. It doesn't matter which one you choose. That's why it gave you here the ace can be high or low, so that you can, if you think about ace, you might seem like, hey, there's really nothing that comes before ace. Well, then it will just be 1 over 52. No, because king comes before ace. So king is considered to be consecutive to number 1 or the ace card. So your final answer will be this simple expression. When it's simplified, 52 cancel out each other. So you'll be left with 2 over 51, which is going to be the final answer to your question. So the probability of pulling 2 cards from the shuffle deck that are consecutive cards of the same suit is going to be 2 over 51. Always remember that when it says any card can be high or low, it can come before or it can come after. It doesn't really matter. Thank you for staying until the end of this video.
Math Genie.